So my name's Luca. I started my fitness journey start of the year, 1st of January, like everyone does, joins the gym. I'm glad to say I stuck with it. I know not everybody does. That's the hardest thing, but I think, like everybody says, turning up is the hardest thing to do. Once you're
Mhm.
there, what you do there is entirely up to you. Um, when I first started, I was about 90 kilos. I think just over 90 kilos, 92 kilos off the top of my head.
Yeah.
About 26% body fat. Um, Typical dad bod. Father of two, typical dad bod. So yeah, I just decided enough was enough. Let me do something about it. Joined the gym. The first few months was literally I was there. I don't think I really had a routine. I was just there, testing out the equipment, getting familiar with it all, getting comfortable, understanding what I liked, what I didn't like.
Mhm.
And then got introduced to yourselves through the 30-day challenge. I think it was the April challenge off the top of my head.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got introduced to prior coaching through the 30-day challenge. I thought, what have I got to lose? Let me go for it. By this time, I'd lost some weight. Um, I've kind of honed in a bit more on nutrition and diet, which I know a lot of people seem to kind of forget about when they go to the gym or when they're on a fitness journey. They think, oh, I'll eat healthily, but they may not necessarily understand what they're eating. So yeah, I'd probably say round about start of April, end of
Mhm.
May, kind of honed into nutrition and diet.
Mhm.
Um, I thought, how can I kind of increase my gains, increase my weight loss? There's a lot of common misconceptions online, a lot of myths, a lot of rubbish, really. So yeah,
Correct.
tried coaching on the 30-day challenge. Within 2 weeks of watching my macros and using the workouts that were already scheduled in the challenge, I'd seen huge benefits, massive gains. So I remember reaching out to Ryan, having a chat, and thought, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Let's do it. Obviously paired with you.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'd like to think I hit the ground running. I think we got on really well.
Mhm.
Um, you were very flexible. If it's something I didn't like, you'd tweak it. If it's something I preferred, you'd say, hold fire, don't go gym just yet. Let me tweak it for you. You tweak it for me.
Yeah.
I think when I joined with you, I think I
Mhm.
wrote some numbers down. I think I was 75 kilos, about 17.5% body fat.
Yeah.
Um,
It was somewhere around that region, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you can see, from the start of the year to kind of
Mhm.
the end of April, I'd made progress, some
Yeah.
considerable progress. But I think once obviously I'd honed in, you'd got a plan ready for me.
Mhm.
You've got my workouts built, my nutrition built. That's when things really started to move. It wasn't a drag. Sometimes when you do things by yourself, it can be a bit of a drag. I've got to take myself to the gym now. You get there, what do I do? Um, Everything was very clear and concise. I knew what I was doing, what I had to do that day, how to achieve it. There's you at the end of the messenger if I need it.
Yeah.
Um, I had, all the demonstrations on the videos on the app. Everything was there for me. So I literally turned up, turned on the app, and away I went.
Yeah.
Um, and then that's when, yeah, like I say, things really started getting moving. Once I'd
Yeah.
honed nutrition, we'd gone back and forth about macros and calories, and we found a
Yeah.
happy medium, and away we went. And yeah, I think the rest is history. I think so. I was with yourselves for I think 3 months,
Yeah. Yeah. It was somewhere around that. And
about three
I
months.
mean, yeah, around 3 months, and dude, you really did hit the floor running. And you you
I
you you
appreciate it.
con you continued to do that throughout the entire process. Like I've said in the past, hate to say I've got favorites, and I don't have favorites. Don't let any of my clients watching, don't worry, I don't have favorites. But you were a perfect example of exactly how to approach something and continue doing so. And with that in mind, I guess we might have touched upon that slightly, but what would you say? I guess what would you say was, your biggest struggle, so to speak, or kind of holding you back from, doing this completely alone? I guess because you'd had some success. Would you say that it's maybe just it was the honing in a little more on the nutrition and really getting into the nitty gritty of that side of things?
Um, I think if I'm being honest with myself, I think
Mhm.
I always had the drive and the focus. I
Yes,
think
you
I
did.
always had the determination. I'm the kind of person that when I hone into something, I give it my 100%. So
Yeah,
in terms of the drive and the focus, I wasn't too concerned about that.
I
I think
agree.
for me, it was the guidance and the accountability. I'm quite an accountable person,
Yeah.
and I always hold myself to account where things don't necessarily go as well. I mean, I'll do a workout and I think, oh, wasn't really a good workout, and I'd hold myself to account and say next time I need to do better.
Mhm.
Particularly when there's that new movements and various new bits and pieces, you get used to it. I think for me, it was the accountability and the guidance from somebody who's lived it, breathed it, done it in and out with
Mhm.
over hundreds of different clients.
Yeah.
I think what stands out to me most is throughout the journey without Brad's support. I touched on it earlier on. There's a lot
Mhm.
of common misconceptions. A lot of people scroll through Instagram and social media and they say all these different things that you can and can't do to lose weight. And while they may work for the most part, brilliant. I think what people need to recognize is everybody's genetics are different. So something that works for one may not work for the other. Um, but what a lot of people do, and what I found myself doing, was trying something, giving it a go, see how it works. Oh, I've lost a bit of weight. I run with that for a couple of weeks, and then you see something else or the next fad, and go, "Oh, that's got to be the one," and move to that. So,
Mhm.
I, what I will definitely say is, with yourself, I had that consistency where, if I had a particular day where my body fluctuated slightly, you'd look at the analysis, you'd analyze the data and say, well, that's fine.
Mhm.
It makes sense. You've
Mhm.
retained a bit of body water, or actually looking at it, your lean mass has increased and your fat mass has gone down. So don't worry about it. Um, it's having that kind of that person to reach out to say, how do you think I'm doing? Do you think I need to go
Mhm.
harder? Do you think I'm okay?
Mhm.
For me, that was the biggest thing. And
Awesome.
also, it's cutting the bullshit out that you see all over the internet to say that's the right thing to do. This is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Having someone say to you, look, we can try it. I personally don't recommend it, but it may work for you. Let's go for it.
Mhm.
Or absolutely not.
Mhm.
Don't try that. That's a risk. It's dangerous to your health. Don't bother.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoyed most. The fact that I had you to look to say, well, what do you think to this? Or, do I need to adjust my macros? And you go, no, leave them as they are. It's fine. Or, do I need more protein? Do I need less fats? What do you think? They're
Yeah.
absolutely fine. You're making consistent progress.
Mhm.
Let's keep it as it is. Because me being
Mhm.
me, I would have tweaked it and gone, oh,
Yeah.
give it a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not working. Let me go back. And then effectively, I've lost a week's progress overnight. So, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely having the accountability, having somebody there who's lived it, breathed it, knows the fluctuations, understands, you know, you may not necessarily lose every single day, but it's an average over a week, over a month, however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Um, but I think for anybody who's contemplating it or who's in two minds, I think the most important thing to do is ask yourself the question:
Mhm.
if you can safely and comfortably say that you can do it by yourself without having to worry about all the fads and all the myths and everything that comes with it, great, go for it. I thought
Mhm.
I was the same. It's only a few months in that I realized, you know what? There's so much information out there that isn't necessarily true. There's facts in it for certain people. Like I go back to genetics and other bits and pieces, but overall, if you feel like actually, do you know what? I want clear cut, honest guidance, honest
Mhm.
feedback. I want to be held accountable in a nice way. I'm not saying held accountable, bent over a barrel and told you screwed up. Um,
Mhm.
then Pride's definitely the one to go for. For
Wow.
me, you, you,
Mhm.
you guys have been honest, friendly, supportive, and things haven't gone necessarily how I foresaw them. You sat me down and said, that's how it goes. Not every
Yeah.
day is a win. You take the
No.
rough with the smooth, look at the trends, let's analyze the data, let's see where you're at. If we need to adjust things, we can. But yeah, I personally feel like it went really well. I was really pleased. I was really happy. And I think the numbers speak for themselves, really.
Yeah, they really do. And you've just given me such a fantastic answer there, Luca, that you've actually covered maybe like two or three of the questions that I like to ask. So luckily I'm not going to be stealing too much more of your time because you have literally covered a lot there, because there's always a question we like to ask here on these testimonial calls, and it's essentially, what would you say to a guy or lady thinking about working with us? You've literally just given me a fantastic answer, and thank you for being, so lovely with that answer as well. I really
I'm
appreciate it.
just
And
being honest, I know,
I
it's
know, right. Yeah, I know Ryan will appreciate it. I know Vita will appreciate it too. And the other one that you actually already covered there was, I guess, how we've maybe helped you overcome the struggles you may have thought you previously had, and the accountability side of things, and also just cutting some of the bullshit out when we need to.
yeah,
And as you said, you now recognize that it's the final destination, isn't it? It's not necessarily where I am this day or tomorrow. It's where can I be in a month's time? Where can I be in 2 months' time? And if there's one place you are now, it's, you're absolutely crushing that goal. You already hit a milestone with me. And I'm pretty sure you hit another one, and now you're still continuing to chip away at that body fat. And I'll ask you before the call ends exactly where we're currently at, so you can amaze everyone with those stats. But was there any benefits? I mean, there's obviously benefits physically. I've seen your progress photos, dude, and Ryan and myself were literally sat here like, wow, like this is definitely somebody who is exactly what you've mentioned in this call. That
mm,
motivation is there, that drive is there. You actually want to make a difference, and you didn't miss a single workout when we worked together, which speaks volumes. Okay, so but I guess did you notice any changes or benefits mentally at all with having that routine in place? Was it something that you
yeah,
even maybe thought about?
yeah, definitely. So, having that regimented routine
Mhm.
was, for me, it was really beneficial because I knew what I was doing that day. Like I said, um, if I had, for example, I do have a busy work schedule, so
Yeah,
I was able to look at what I'm doing for the day, factor in my work schedule,
yeah.
and then plan around my day to day, my home life, and work. Um, if I couldn't make it for whatever reason, the benefits of the coaching is I could just change the day, or I could move it onto a rest day, or I could double up. I
Hmm.
had that flexibility. Um, I'd definitely say that, yeah, the whole system that you operate works really well because it's not just about going to the gym, doing the motions, hitting your macros. It's about incorporating it into your daily routine. We all can't speak now. We all
It's okay.
live busy lives.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're told you're going to spend an hour and a half at the gym today, you're going to do half an hour cardio after, and then throughout the day, you're going to be very stringent and strict on your macros. People would go, not for me. I just carry on doing what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Um, but you guys made it so easy to manage on a day-to-day basis. I think a major aspect of obviously fitness is not only just your physical appearance, but your
Hmm.
mental as well. And I'd definitely say that in terms of kind of any anxieties I had at the start of this journey, null and void, completely gone. I think for me it was beneficial that any questions or queries I had, you'd answer.
Hmm.
Um, Anything I wasn't too sure about, you'd answer. Um, if there was something that I wasn't too keen on, I remember when I sprained my ankle, when there was a few
Yeah.
movements I was struggling with. Not a
Yeah.
problem, Luke. Let's tweak it for you. Let's make it a bit easier.
Hmm.
And it wasn't a case of, oh, let's just remove this and shorten it. It was, let's try alternative movements. Let's
Hmm.
try different workouts. Um, so for me, it was really beneficial to be able to kind of have the guidance and support to say, my ankle's playing up. Not really going to be a great week this week, but actually, no, don't worry about it. Let's not sack it off.
Hmm.
Let's just tweak it a bit and
Yeah.
didn't anything, which is fantastic. So, I'm still able to make improvements and gains whilst my ankle's playing up for that week,
Yeah.
um, which for me was massive, when it first happened, I was out of gym for a week and I was kind of like, oh, gosh, what am I going to do? So
Yeah.
then you came along and said, no, don't worry, I can just work around it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall, I think there's various elements to it. You you dropped it on me on, I think it was that day 2 or day 3, like, oh, we're going to start introducing cold showers, and I was kind of, cold showers, what? Like, even those, like, first thing in the morning, you wake up in the morning, you're still a little bit groggy, still a little bit sleepy, have a minute cold shower, you feel refreshed for the day.
Hmm.
Um, and at first I was questioning, like, what's this got to do with getting into shape? But it all
Yeah.
plays a part. It all plays a part in the bigger picture. And it's, it's not just preparing your body for the gym, it's mentally preparing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, getting ready for the day ahead. And I definitely feel like I've become a lot more patient. I've become a lot more relaxed.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's just the cold showers or not, but yeah, I can't stress it. I mean, I think what I will say is, there's a lot on social media. You go and there's a lot of PTs and a lot of online
Hmm.
coaches trying to sell you their product and trying to tell you, that they can do things that nobody else can, or they've got a secret or a blueprint or whatever the case may be. And
Yeah.
they might do. They might have something that works.
Hmm.
I can't discredit them. I've not tried it, but for the most part, I've tried it with yourselves, and for me, what I think sets you guys apart from the rest is there's no bullshit.
Hmm.
You say what you see. If it can be done, you say it can be done. If it can't be done, you say absolutely not, Luca. You're mental. It can't be done. But I think not only do you guys take a consistent approach to it, and a no bullshit approach, you're honest about it.
Hmm.
If I say to you, I want to lose 5% body fat in a week, you'll say, hold on, Luca, you're crazy. You can't do that. Slow and steady. But in hindsight, if I say, I want to lose 1% in a week, you go, yeah, we can do, but we just got to tune this a little bit, got to tune that a
Yeah.
little bit. You may have to work a little bit harder on this area. You may have to reduce this. So for me, that's what sets you guys apart. It's the fact that you work with me. You don't just give me a program and say, follow that and you'll be fine. I'll check in with you in a month's time. You check in weekly,
Yeah.
we have weekly check-ins. Um, you're always on the end of the app. Um, there were those times where I kept saying to you, I'm sorry for pestering you, I'm just double checking that, and you'd go, no, that's what I'm here for. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's fantastic. I remember being at the gym once, and you put a new workout in. I can't remember what it was now off the top of my head. Um, and I wasn't too sure how many reps it was
Mhm.
because it said reps, and um, I think it was like 20 reps. And I ended up
Yeah.
doing each side, and you said, no,
I
you only do
remember it
one side.
was,
Yeah,
yeah, it was the lunges. You were going in like a madman doing like 900 lunges on each leg.
I was doing like, yeah, 20, 25 on each leg or something. And I messaged you said, I'm not meant to be doing it because it's tough. I've got like another 3 sets to go. And you're like, no, it's just 10 each side. I was like, okay.
And then I remember,
Fair
if I remember rightly, I was like, well, I know you can actually do those now, so maybe,
Yeah, yeah. So then that became the norm for me, doing 20 on each side,
Yeah,
absolutely
nah,
killing
man.
off my legs halfway through the session. And then, yeah, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and it went well. And it pushed me. It's all well
Mhm.
and good going to the gym and sticking to the same weight and
Yeah.
increasing the reps a few times, and it's not really getting anywhere in terms of
Hmm.
progress. But you pushed me, and I think that's one of the things that you were always an advocate for, saying, don't just stick to what you can do. Keep pushing,
Yeah.
keep in a safe manner. Don't go and chuck 20 kg on top of that.
Yeah.
Just tweak it slightly. Go with the flow. If you feel like you got more energy, give it another set. If you feel like you can add weight, add
Yeah.
some more weight.
Natural
Don't just,
progression.
yeah, don't just
Yeah.
stick to what I've given you. And whilst obviously I had the program there for me, what I enjoyed was that flexibility, that if I felt like I had a little bit more in the tank, I could go a
Hmm.
little bit longer. If I felt, actually, do you know what, Alex has completely killed me off with his workout, then I could say, well, actually, do you know what, let me lighten this one
Hmm.
slightly, reduce the reps, or lighten the weights.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely, for me personally, like I say, I've not tried anybody else, but for me, that's
Yeah.
what definitely set you apart from everybody else. The fact that you guys are flexible, there was a no bullshit approach. You provided everything. There's loads of ebooks and stuff available that you guys have provided as well as a guide. Because to be honest with you, I don't think I once needed them because you were always
Mhm.
providing that information for me or tweaking it for me anyway. Um, but one thing that is key for me, which I said to you at the start, I wanted the tools and the knowledge. And I can safely and confidently say that in the 3 months that I've worked with you, I have those tools and that knowledge to not only continue, but to continue, hopefully, for the rest of my life with the same kind of energy, the same devotion, the accountability, the focus, the drive. I didn't know nothing about nutrition a few months ago.
Mhm.
Um, Now I know so much that I can continue doing it and not in question, is this the right thing to do? Is that the wrong thing to do? And it's not because of the program, it's because of you as the coach just said to me, I'll show you, not a problem. You'll
Mhm.
learn it as you go along, and you stuck to your word, and I
Mhm.
did. I learned it as we went on, so I learned it as we
Awesome.
went on. Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, you've covered absolutely everything that I always like to get in these calls. So listen, thank you so much, dude.
Pleasure.
What a brilliant client. And just before I kind of wrap this up, where are we currently at with our stats again then? Right at this minute?
Um, Sorry, the light at the top of my head is really distracting.
It's fine,
So,
it's
so
fine.
today I weighed myself, checking this morning. I think I was 63.4 kilos,
Very nice.
sitting at 9.5 body fat percentage.
9.5.
Yeah, so
9.5.
I
Love it.
think about I think it's about 57.5 kilos lean.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Thank you for sharing that with me. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Thank you for
Um,
everything.
you are more than welcome, dude. And I'm going to wrap that up there. Again, thank you very much, Luca. And I look forward to essentially seeing how you get on and keep in touch, as we're already doing anyway. You know where I am if you ever need anything at all, dude. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Alex. Thank you.